Yo, so I thought I'd make a little video of where we are currently in the build. Um, so we got the engine tore down, and we're ready to send that out to the machine shop. I am going to be porting the heads. Once I get those back, make sure that they are not warped and all that garbage or whatever. And planed if they need to be planed. Make sure they're flat. Um, as well as obviously the engine block itself, and board, 30 over or whatever it is. And so while those are doing that, I'm gonna port the intake manifold. And then when it gets back, or at least when I get the heads back, then I'll do the head porting. Here on the bench we have the intake manifold. So I just got to disassemble this. I'm gonna get it different. I'm gonna get the BBK bigger, um, throttle body for it. Those are the injectors that I'm pretty sure those are I think you said 30 pound an hour injectors or whatever. So I'm trying to find somebody who can clean those, put those on a one of those machines. I'm gonna see if somebody around's got one of those machines where they can test them and or clean them. So yeah, just take everything off. It's EGR, fuel rail, all the stuff, and port the intake manifold itself. And whatnot. Yep. Also, I figured I would introduce the actual project car itself, the Silver O2 Firebird, which is here. Like I said, it is a Florida Georgia car. The sun beat the living hell out of this thing. And it's also covered in chicken poop dust because we had our chicks down here. Well, they were small. So you can see this front bumper is totally messed up. It's probably been repainted at some point. The front lens needs paint. It's got a lot of this clear coming off. Here's a very common spot, and it's got the T-top, so it's not gonna show up there, but maybe on the rear top quarter, and probably that wing. It's got some spots like that in it. See if I can get this door open. So there's the inside. It's actually pretty clean, with the door panel and the floors and stuff. It's got the original Firebird floor mats. They're just dyed from the sun. They're bleached out. But I got the center console out, and I took the shifter and stuff out already. The dash pad is destroyed from the sun in Florida. But yeah, they still got the original Monsoon radio and everything, which is pretty cool. Hasn't been, the whole center console isn't cracked and destroyed from people putting aftermarket radios in it. There's the back seat with the consoles and stuff. It's super clean, as you'd expect. It's not like you're hauling your family around in this thing. I just threw those seat covers on there. I don't even think the seats are super destroyed or anything. I just wanted to put them on there. Here's my Tower O tires and wheels from here to there are the ones that came off of the Black Firebird. They're actually pretty nice. And these are the front Corvette wheels. And I have the rears on here. Right there. You can see how wide these puppies are. I'm gonna have to get some, like, probably chop these fenders, unfortunately. Because I don't think just, you know, whatever, and just put some flares on it or something. Or just run these for a while, which is probably what I'll end up doing until I figure out what I want to do with that situation. But here's what's up next for me is what I'm going to be doing, working on is the, I got a tubular K member right here from UMI Performance. This does a couple things. It lightens up the front nose of the car, which is great. It's supposed to be stronger than the factory unit, which is cool. It gives you a little bit more adjustment here in the control arms. Pretty much all good things. It gives you more space for plumbing, for if you were going to say put a turbo kit on it, whatever, or even a blower, intercooler, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And like, especially because I want to put long hoop tube headers on this, is great and gives you a lot more clearance for that. So I got everything. I just picked these up. Picked these up at Summit. They're single adjustable QA1s, coilovers. So I'm gonna put those in. Those are the last things I needed, because right here is my box of front end parts to rebuild this thing. Yeah, these are my lower control arms, upper control arms in here, inner and outer tie rods. I got the rack and pinion right there. Yeah, outer tie rods. I really do recommend this brand here, Mevotech. They have this proprietary ball joint design, which is great. Seems to be really good. There's no pictures of it on here, but really good. It's like a splined design that helps the grease and stronger, and I think it's a full metal. Doesn't have that like polymer crap in there that really is what goes bad. Also cool, I found these, which is like an old school muscle car trick that they used to do back in the day. So here is like the front upper control arm, just stamped steel, obviously, like whatever you can see, just big stamped hollow steel. And these ones actually, if you buy, I think it was like an upgrade, but for the premium ones, but you can see they're boxed here, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to buy complete tubular suspension control arms for this thing. Like, I'm not going to be running this thing on the Nürburgring. Like, it's going to be a street application most of the time, but it's cool that they have this like boxed plated control arm, which is a lot more rigid. Yeah, it adds a little bit more weight, but it's a lot more rigid for more torturous touring, we'll say. So yeah, I got all the front end parts ready to go on this thing. There's another shot of it. Look at the other side. There's obviously the engine's gone. The cradle's gone. Like I said, it's out of it. I've told you everything's out of it. That's just the sway bar there. Also, you can see right here where it says 3.8 liter. Like I said, it was the base model with the 6-cylinder. Right there, 2002 is the model year. Last year, like I said. Show this side of it. your obvious sun damage and whatnot. That's the hood on top of the car there, obviously. It is the Ram Air, of course. Hood with the big snorkels in the front and stuff, which is pretty much a must if you got a Trans Am or any Firebird, in my opinion. There's the other Corvette wheel. Does have, of course, the honeycomb lights, the later model ones. And then right there on the ground is the black bumper is actually the TA bumper. Because I cannot stand that bumper that's on there. It's like, has no like position cutouts for the exhaust and just super bland. Which is like my only two things. I wanted the bumper and I wanted the hood, which is the hood already came out of it, but I found that bumper, got part and one out, so I went ahead and got that. But yeah, we're gonna send these out to machine shop, and I'm gonna keep working on this intake manifold, and I'm gonna put the front end of this thing together, get it back under its own weight. For probably going on 2 years now, it'll be on these jack stands. While I was acquiring my other car and obviously taking the powertrain out of that one. Right there's my transmission and everything sitting on here. Flywheel. So, yep, that's where we're at in the process. And we'll keep you updated. Next thing I'm gonna do is be putting this front end together, since I got all the parts here. And like I said, get it back under its own weight. Maybe get out and hose this thing off, the bird crap off of this thing, chicken crap, and yeah, that'll be nice. Alright, catch you all on the flippity flop.